So I remember I was having an interesting conversation one time in the barbershop. This was when there were some new release Jordans that were about to come out, and I was asking my barber, I was like, well, how much are they? And he was like, oh, they probably gonna be around 200. And I was like, $200 for some Jordans? He was like, yeah, you know, these are the retros. And I was like, damn. So he was like, yeah, well, I mean, you gotta be there at 7 in the morning so that you can get the ticket so that you can buy them. And I was like, well, hold up, wait. Let me see if I got this right. I gotta get up at probably 5 to be at a place by 7 to spend $200. And he was like, yeah. And I remember I almost lost my my black card in that conversation. People in there was thinking I was crazy because I was saying, I'm like, how stupid that is. I was like, wait a minute. I remember when I was trying to move and trying to hire some people to help me move. I couldn't get people to be somewhere at 7 in the morning to make $200. I mean, much less spend $200. So then they were making this argument about, well, that's no different than like white people spending money for an iPhone and it's $500 or $600 and they're waiting in line and everything else. And I was like, man, that is completely different, you know, for the following reasons. Number one, I mean, an iPhone is probably more of a productivity device as opposed to consumer expendable good. For example, I mean, that iPhone is a lot of things. Number one, it's a communication device. So you can use that to help facilitate business, i.e. the generation of profit. Social media, it gets you on your social. It's a camera, so you can make videos. You can take pictures. You're producing a lot of stuff with that phone. I mean, not even to mention GarageBand on iTunes and all this other type of stuff. Whereas a pair of J's is you get them, you wear them until they're not new looking anymore, and then they sit in the back of a closet somewhere. I mean, it's really like throwing money away. Now, I mean, that's cool. Like, it made sense to me to have one or two, but you know, my boy, he's one of them. I love him, but I mean, he's got, like, you go in the house. Okay, so you go in this apartment. A lot of people, either they're living with their parents or they got a really shady apartment. It's not the best part of town, and you go in there and you see like 20 Nike boxes. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, this is probably like $2,000 worth of sneakers here. You know, you might have been better off just, instead of buying a new pair of J's every 2 months, maybe you spend an extra $100 every month and get a better apartment. You know what I mean? But that's just the way that my brain works on that. And yeah, but I remember, that's one thing I remember about that. That's something that I see. Seems like, you know, I see it a lot from the kids having Jordans and everything else. I mean, the kids not gonna even remember all that. To me, it just seems like a waste of money. To me, I mean, having one pair, okay, great, but like buying the newest ones every Saturday, I think it's something maybe for like younger people. I think once you get past the age of, I don't know, maybe 25 or 30, you should probably start reevaluating your priorities in life. Yeah, anyway, I just don't get it. And the funny thing is, when everybody's going crazy over these J's, oh man, I was making money hand over fist off of these because I was buying them from Nike and like reselling them for like $100 profit. And I remember I was telling my mom about it, and she couldn't believe that people were spending like $300 for Jordans. And I was like, okay, I can show you the money. They're doing it. I guarantee you. So she was like, well, wait a minute. You don't even wear Jordans, you know, but you're selling them? I was like, yeah, I mean, you know, if they don't buy them from me, they're going to buy them from somebody else. It's like somebody, you know, selling crack who don't smoke crack. I mean, they're just selling it. I was just like, that's what people want, right? I want to make some money off of it too. Yeah, that's something that I just never really got right there. And now I think Nike stock now is, at the time of this video, is like around $60. So you can actually buy around 4 shares of Nike stock or 1 pair of retro Jordans. So which one do you think is probably going to make you more money in the long run? Maybe 4 share Nike stock is not going to get you any girls at the club, but like I said, I mean, you got to really determine if you're really trying to make it and get out of poverty, right? You got to be willing to do stuff like that. Like, look at the long picture, not the short goal on there.